gyroscopemeet.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide.
We listen all day.
All day, you know what I mean?
Powered by GMG.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. I'm coming to you live from the 8th floor. Woo. We got a good one today. Oh my goodness. So I'm super excited. But as usual, we're going to give you a quick overview. We're gonna play the hottest song according to Track Source. Then we're going to talk about a little bit of stuff that's coming. Then we're going to do a quick, we're going to play a classic, and then we're going to bring on our special guest. Our special guest this week is DJ Tony Gray. This is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all lined up. I'm ready to go. All right, so then after that, after this, we're going to play our Song of the Week, and then we're going to go on and do the Shazam Free Zone, which is now on Twitch. So Joy will put up a link, and you can follow us. We got some music we're going to play that you're going to like, so it's going to be like that. So let's play the number one song according to Track Source in the Soulful House category. This week, it is by Phil Lorraine. It's the Phil Lorraine remix. Say that fast 5 times. It's called Body Swerve. It's James Hurd and Xian Lee on the vocals. So, hey, let's go. Chuck. Now. Ready for you. Get ready, get ready, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation coming to you live from the 8th floor. As usual, we had to break it down because Facebook has this nasty, nasty little habit of shutting us down and muting us out. And before we get going, I just want to give a big shout out to King T Finesse and Ariel Shante for putting our theme song together. I want to give a few shout outs to some people already in the box here. Woo, look at all this stuff here. Okay, I see a young lady by the name of Tawanda in there. I think you might recognize that name, huh? Okay. Joy is in the house. Joy, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Look at all these people came out to see you. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get my phone right here and it's like
I'm doing the same thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so we want to do. Hey, what's up, cuz? DJ Rick is in the house. Joy is in the house. Love Lace is in the house. Wally Young is in the house. Oh, my goodness. Wanda Breaker, what's up? Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So, listen. We're going to get started with a few updates here. I got to tell you, this weekend, I was out of pocket, but a lot of good stuff happened. Let's see. So, but first, go back and check out our interview with DJ Divine. That was a great interview last week. We talked about his background, but also, too, we talked about Cam TV, the stuff he's doing. All right. In addition to that, we got a lot of stuff coming. I'm going to tell you some interviews we have coming up, just so you know. We got KGB coming up. We've got DJ Cadillac coming up. We got DJ Rich Williams coming up. We got Frankie Vibe coming up. So we got nothing but good stuff lined up for you. Now, I just want to tell you, this weekend was Sunday was my birthday, and I need to tell you, it really started Thursday because we had Thanksgiving over Buddy's house. Then after that, we went down to Philly. My wife took me down to Philly, and she's now my official social director. Let me tell you what. She hooked me up lovely. So we went to Philly, had a comedy night and dinner. Then from there, Saturday, got up. We got a couples massage. By the way, I highly recommend that. That was off the hook. And then after that, we had some dinner. We had a dinner that night. Then Sunday, we got up, got dinner, lunch and stuff, and headed back. And then, if that wasn't enough, the Shivettes, Joy, Tisha, Cassie, also DJ Tab, Linda, Tisha, Well, anyway, you'll see the video up there. But anyway, they hooked me up some cake. They know I'm big on cake. I'm big on cake, so forget about it. Anyway, so that was really, really nice. That was really nice. But I know this weekend there was they had the party at Dragonfly, so I'm sure all these went well. The Bang Out, I saw some video on that. I know that went well. And I know they had QXTs had their big event with a membership drive and coat drive. So that was it with Mark Francis and Mark Lewis. So I know that was off the hook. This weekend, I know on the first Saturdays, I know they have the Classics of Clarion. That's the Fantastic Four. I also saw something on December 3rd. And then in addition to that, on December 10th, they got the Black and Red. That's with Chill-X, Millie Mills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's some stuff that's happening. Now, what I want to do, I just want to give a big, super thank you. Listen, let me tell you something. If you're ever depressed, or if you ever think nobody cares about you, my niece said it to me best last night. She says, if Facebook is good for nothing else, on your birthday, they sure make you feel like they make you really feel good. I had another thing I used to say, but I'm going to save it for another thing. You know, if you think nobody cares about you, try missing a few payments. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway. Okay, all righty. So let's play our old school track. And as usual, we're only going to play a little bit of it because, again, Facebook is this nasty, nasty little habit of shutting us down and muting us out. And again, I just want to thank everybody for all the birthday wishes. It really was unbelievable. I mean, between 30-something phone calls and text messages, 30+, in addition to that, inboxes and posts and stuff like that. And just, it'll take me 2 weeks to get back to all the people. And I just so humbled by it. And so appreciate it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Anyway, so, Cha, why don't you play the old school song? We're going to play it again for a minute or so, or a little bit, and then, of course, we're going to get into our interview, the reason we all came here today, to speak to Mr. Tony Gray. So, Cha, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. This is Brainstorm. Loving is really my game.
I can catch no man hanging out at the discotheque. I believe in the boogie, oh, but the boogie don't believe in me. Well, I got my way of grooving, getting down right in my feet. I get soul satisfaction, yeah, without jumping up and down on my feet.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. We're coming to you live from the 8th floor. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, we have our special guest, DJ Tony Gray. Everybody go, yeah! Now, I'm going to ask you to share. All right, now, before we get started, you know what? We always like to do the easy stuff, you know, for people to get to know, to know everybody and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with the easy stuff. So, Tony, tell us a little bit about you.
I was born in Newark, New Jersey,
The Bricks.
the Brick City. Lived in Hayes Home Project, Stella Wright. I grew up in the system. You don't know what the system means is foster care.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I lived all over the place in Newark. So from Dayton Street, Stella Wright, just about all the projects.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that city raised me.
Okay. All right. Wow. Now, how did you get started with music?
Music kept me out of trouble.
Okay.
Because while people was out there doing their thing in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
I was home listening to music. Wherever my home was, I had headphones on, listening to music. Whether it was 92 KTU,
Okay.
Paco Super Mix back in the day. Yeah.
Buckle.
Rest in peace, Paco. Rest in peace, Paco.
Uh-huh.
Or Kiss FM,
Mm-hmm.
Master Mix dance parties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I grew up on that stuff.
Okay. Now, how about early music influences? Some of the people that you were checking for when you were coming up?
Oh, coming up, I used to listen to James Brown,
Okay.
the Jacksons,
Uh-huh.
Marvin Gaye,
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not, Wilson Pickett.
Okay, I believe it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can go Fats Domino and stuff
Okay.
like that. You know, I was really in the 50s, 60s, 70s, because I grew up in the 70s. So,
Okay.
so yeah. Plus, that's when I did stay with my mom. She listened to music every day, so some of my musical influence came from her.
Okay. Now, how did you get into DJing? Because most people listen and that's it. But very few people actually DJ. So how'd you get into DJing?
I got
And
into
who
the
are some of your DJ influences too?
my DJ influences. Oh man, my list right here. I got
Okay.
Tony Humphries, T. Scott, Frankie Knuckles,
Mm-hmm.
Madden Rascals, Chet Pettibone, and believe it or not,
Okay.
Ralph McDaniels.
Oh, really?
A lot of people don't know he is nice on the turntables.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, wow. You know what's interesting is that when I got like stock questions I like to ask to get everybody to know each other.
Oh,
And when
okay.
you're talking about house music, I could tell you, I would say at least 70-80% of the people go back and refer back to Tony Humphries. So that's how much an impact he's had. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how did you get into Soulful House?
I got into Soulful House through listening to people like who played it more than I did, because I was playing the bars and clubs, mostly the bars in Newark and Irvington. So I played with Big Logan and Beloved.
Okay.
Those two guys were doing the Soulful House thing more than I was. And me and Beloved, we go back, and so does me and Big Logan. We go back over 20 years. A lot of people don't know that. Those are friends of mine. So they really provided me the music as far as Soulful House music. Those two guys.
Okay. Wow. Now, who were some of your favorite artists from, that you've played over the years? Some of your favorite artists?
Well, everybody says this name, and I'm going to say it too, Kenny Bobian,
Oh, without a doubt.
as far as longevity. You got artists who's banging out right now, like Carmen Brown. She's doing her thing right now. Anaya Weathers, she's doing her thing right now. And you know who's really nice, and I've done a show with him. Aaron K. Gray.
Yes.
Aaron K. Gray is nice.
Mm-hmm.
He gives it his all when he hits that stage.
Right. Well, to your point, he just performed at the SMB, the Black event, the Black Affair, on November 20th, I think. Yeah, November 20th. Honest to goodness. The room was electric. And now...
I saw it. When he went into that crowd, I saw it. Yeah. Oh, my God. They just parted like the Red Sea and let him do his thing.
That's right.
That's
right.
He's
right.
like,
Good brother.
he gets involved when he, performs.
Mm-hmm.
Gets everybody involved.
Yes. So that was good. And then what I like too, and that is different, is that he actually had a performance because, so like when you watch most of the soulful house artists in general, at best they might have a dancer or two, and they just pretty much. But he was like, forget about it. He was like, I said, oh shuck, don't tell me Michael Jackson's back. I said, wait a minute.
And he gives it his all. He definitely gives it his all.
Right. Now, okay. And this question I'm going to ask, which I know is again a stock question, but I need you to answer it from two perspectives here. Okay. All right. Where do you see soulful house music headed? I'm just saying in general, but then also where do you see it headed in South Carolina? Talk to us. And North Carolina too. Talk to us.
It's very big in North Carolina. I had the honor of playing with most of the guys that are doing their thing in North Carolina. It's rising in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. You have certain people they're doing their thing in South Carolina as well. Mm-hmm. So it's going up. It's all about these days. It's more about, like Jihad Muhammad said in one of his posts, venues. If the venue support it, sky's the limit. We get those venues to support it. Like I'm working on something now in the park in South Carolina.
Okay.
So I already got the sponsorship locked in. So I'm working on some stuff.
Okay. Wow. Well, how about say North Carolina and the South Carolina and versus up here? Do you see it's the same? Do you see any differences, or what's your look on it?
It could be the same if we all show a united front. Mm-hmm. For the most part, it's not a total united front. If it was a united front, it'd probably be better. Okay. Because we all share the same crowd. To be honest with you. So, and if you got one person, you got two parties going on the same day, instead of organizing to where, you get your dates together and get the crowd in the same spot, that would be much better. Okay. More organized. It was more organized.
Okay. Now, how about some places you've played, and is there any place that you want to play?
Here or up there?
Period.
Places, you want places I've played first?
Yeah, places you've played, and then anything that you might find, hey, this is on my bucket list or whatever.
Okay. Down here, of course, I've played at Scorpios in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. There are several other places I cannot remember that I've played in North Carolina. Here, I've played at this, had a residency, which I played every weekend, called Wet Willie's, which is a franchise restaurant. Just happened to have a lounge upstairs. I played there for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. Club Blue, played there. That's in South Carolina as well. Mm-hmm. Up top, oh my God, I played all over the place in Jersey. From East Orange to Irvington to Newark. there's not too many places that I haven't played up there. Not too many. The only place I can say I haven't played was Zanzibar.
Okay.
You know, I played the Crystals when they were open. I also played at I should have wrote those down. Let's just say I played several places in Jersey.
Okay.
So I was all over the place in Jersey every single weekend.
Wow.
I would play at one spot, it closed at 2, and I would go somewhere, start playing at 3 o'clock to 6. So,
you know, I just want to
Club Eclipse. Can't forget.
Okay. All right. I want to just redirect just for a moment because, and we'll come back to it, but you've played all over the place, but a lot of people haven't. And it's no reflection on whether they're talented or not, but they just have not played in different places. I want you to hold that thought and just to kind of we'll come back to it about why do you think that you were able to play in all these places? You're working every weekend, people going crazy for you, and a lot of talented DJs don't. So I just want you to hold that thought for a minute, marinate on it. Now, some people that you've DJed with, you've mentioned that. Is there anybody you want to DJ with that you say, boy, oh boy, I want to get on the bill with this person?
Since Punch is doing well, I would love to play with him because he has a birthday coming up next year. I would love to be a part of that.
Okay.
Definitely. I talked to him about it already. So, yeah, I would love to play with Punch. You know. Okay. Yeah, I'm including his brother Silver Fox as well. Silver Fox is nice. He don't get all the respect he deserves because Silver Fox is nice. He's just as good as his brother, Punch.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know the two were related.
Yes, they're brothers.
Oh, okay. That makes them really related.
Yeah, they're brothers.
I did not know that. I did not know that. Isn't that?
I had the honor of playing with Silver Fox many years ago, over 20 years ago. And he's never lost a step. He's still nice. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I want to talk about the scene in South Carolina. Then I want to come back to that question I asked you about why some DJs get to play all over and whatever. All right. Talk to us. You were originally from the Bricks. Now, how long have you been in South Carolina?
I've been in South Carolina 12 years.
Okay. So you've been there for 12 years. So what was it like leaving the Bricks and coming down to South Carolina, where I think for the most part, when we think of South Carolina, we think of R&B, we think of hip-hop, but we weren't, you know, maybe we don't, and now more and more we are starting to think of house. I mean, talk to us about making that transition and what happened. What was it like?
The hustle's harder here.
Okay.
The hustle is much harder here. The music is much different here. You have to get through a lot of red tape here as far as what the music goes, because when you play in some place like Jersey and if somebody hires you to do a private party, you know what you have to do at that private party.
Right.
Here, totally different. They can hire you to do a certain amount of music. They tell you what their playlist is, because I always ask them, what are the certain records you like that I must play at your event, being that you're paying me to do this event.
Right.
So when you get there, they turn you into a jukebox. They don't let the DJ be a DJ down here.
Okay.
You know? If you're doing private events. If you say I'm going to do a house music event, you have to do it on your own.
Okay.
You know?
So let me just have this conversation for a minute. So if you get hired, then they're going to probably want you to play a little bit of this, a little bit of whatever, jukebox, so basically play serious, straight up requests, just your jukebox, et cetera, et cetera.
Line dance and Southern soul.
Say it again now?
Line dance music and Southern soul.
Okay.
is a big deal down here.
Okay.
So I'm picky about what events I do for others rather than doing my own events.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I know what I'm gonna do if I do my own event. But if I get hired for a private event, they flip the script down here real quick.
Okay. They kind of want to hear what they want to hear. I got you. So
Yeah.
now you say, okay, so now I'm following you. If you want to do house music, you pretty much got to take the lead on your own event. Is that correct?
Yes, you do. Yes,
Okay,
you do.
so talk to us about it and how that's developed over the years. Talk to us about it a little bit. And really, I mean, you got to be a pioneer there because this is not like this has been going on in the South for all that long. So talk to
No.
us about the early days of that. Talk to us about what's happened. Talk to us about it.
Well, I'm gonna start by saying to the first part of your question on how you do it, you have to be a leader and not a follower. You know, because you know what to expect if you're doing the private parties down here. They expect you to be a certain way, but you have to be talent. Talent is not everything down here.
Whew, okay.
Talent is not everything. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you got to do is play the records.
Okay.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
programming then.
Programming. But if you're doing your own event and you call yourself a house head, just like up in Jersey, they're going to call you out because they're going to hear it in your music, whether you're a real house head DJ or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. So when you do your own events, be sharp. Play the right music. Have talent. Those other parties, no. Your own parties, they expect you. I was like, okay, you doing house music? Better bring it, especially if you say house music and classics.
Okay.
You got to bring it. You got to be nice.
Wow.
That's where that answering your other question, as far as getting your foot in the door, playing the right music, all of that comes into play.
But now, if let's unpeel this for a minute. So, in South Carolina, do you have the house heads like you have up in Jersey? I mean, like, what I mean by that is that are the people that are really flowing with the house, are they New Jersey, New York transplants, or do you have like a solid base that's building in South Carolina and North Carolina? What do you see?
North Carolina has a more solid base than South Carolina does. If you do something in South Carolina, you're not going to get as much support as if you would in North Carolina, unless you're close or you have to have a big name to get them to come out. It depends on the individual.
Wow. The reason I'm asking this question is because really, when you go to new territory, it's one thing to come up, say, to a Jersey where they're already checking for it. It's another thing to go to another place where they're not necessarily checking for it. They may not even understand or get the flow, and they may not pick it up. So that takes some doing to make that happen. That's what it sounded like to me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the right answer. It's definitely the right answer. You can get somebody that's from the South that's never really heard house music or heard of house music and get them to listen to it, but explain what they're listening to. I know that sounds weird, but you explain what that music does for the person that's listening to it on a regular basis. Then you can flip the person.
Gotcha.
And then they say, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. My wife is one of them.
Okay.
No.
Hey, Tawanda.
The Alabama girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. got her into house music. Jesse's another one that lives here in South Carolina that's really big on house music.
Okay.
She lives here in South Carolina. She's really big on house music. Yeah.
Now, you worked at Wet Willie's.
Yes.
Talk to us about that, and I'm always interested, and I just want to get your thoughts on it. That was a success. You made it pop. How come you were able to make, what made Wet Willie's pop? You know, what did you do? What happened? Is there a formula that you could take it from here and go to another place? Because you do see, I mean, to have a place that's popping week after week after week, because for the most part, as you know, that when clubs are set up or something could be the hot spot, you know, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then, you know, maybe 6 weeks, 2 months down the road, crickets. So, I mean, what was the recipe, the formula, or what happened that made that place pop? What did you guys do? I mean, talk to us.
That place was all about, I'm not going to front. That place was in a prime location in the heart of downtown Columbia.
So location.
I can't take all the credit. Yeah, location.
Uh-huh.
And I bought a massive sound system down there
Okay.
when I played there.
Okay.
And every DJ that came and played down there was just amazed the way I had the system was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the system can make the crowd as well because they want to feel it. And I made sure they felt it. You know?
Wow.
So that location helped out a lot, and it was a mixed crowd because you're in the heart of downtown.
Okay.
So it was great. It was great because that location helped out house music tremendously. Because down the street was a club called Blue, 4 blocks away. I played there as well. I did day parties there. I did night parties at Wet Willie's. So.
Well, we've talked about it before that we've played multiple styles of music, and we weren't just limited to one style of music depending on the audience.
We've had that conversation.
Yes. How important is that, especially if you're talking like a Wet Willie's, where you don't necessarily know who's going to come in. Yes, you're downtown, but you could have people come from in town, out of town, come just to talk to us. And the reason I'm asking this question, because it definitely applies to house music too, you got to read the crowd and you got to respond to the crowd. Talk to us.
My method was to take some records that they've heard before that wasn't house music, find the remix that was turned into a house record, and hit them with that. I would hit them with that and hit them what they needed to hear. You know, it was like, well, if you like that record, you sure enough gonna like this record, you know, because this record is hot in the house music community. Not so much the R&B remix. Not as much. You know, because house music, they love their original house music artists more than you flipping an R&B track. It's cool, but it was already reproduced.
Right. I'm going to give a few more shout outs, then I want to get into a little bit about some of the stuff, you being really one of the pioneers in terms of the internet radio thing, but I just want to give a few shout outs here. All right. So, Bernie Grateful, how are you? Let's see. DJ Cadillac is in the house. He's coming on the show soon. All right. Kaylin Butler, what's up? Shalene, how you doing in Florida? What's up? Okay. All right. Okay, let's go and talk about this whole internet radio thing. But before we do that, I want to I'm going to say set the stage. Now, of course, there were internet things going on, whatever. But for the most part, many of us were not checking for it, and many of us were certainly not playing on the internet until the pandemic hit. And then I don't know if you're aware, but when that pandemic hit, like all of a sudden, DJs came from everywhere, which is good. It's fine. I'm for that. You know, everybody who wants to play should play. I'm all for that. Then there was a challenge of getting the right equipment, the right stuff to get your sound right. I went through all that kind of stuff like that. You were there in the beginning. Talk to us about a person who has been there in the beginning of internet radio / DJing, and what you've seen, and as a person who's been there from the door, what's your thoughts?
I never thought it would blow up like this. I am truly honored to be a part of the internet DJ craze now. Mm-hmm. I started when nobody was doing it. I made a platform for it. People like Big Logan, he was my partner. Also, Dave Camacho.
Okay.
Dave Camacho saw my vision, and he got us the DJs.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that Dave Camacho was part of Fade the Great Entertainment, behind the scenes, getting the DJs for the internet shows. He was extremely helpful. May he rest in peace. He was a good dude. He helped me a lot. I learned a lot from him. You know, my grind got better with him as my mentor. You know,
so now, what was it like? What did you guys play, and you know how? You know, what were you thinking? I mean, talk to us. Just take us back there. I'm like closing my eyes, and I'm envisioning at the turn of the century. Just kidding. Anyway, hey, wait, maybe it was. Come to think of it.
It's going on 22 years ago.
So yeah, turn of the century. I was
Wow.
joking, but yeah. But I was like, okay.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, we started in 2001. Getting it together. We started putting out the first shows, because then we was pre-recording. We didn't go live.
Okay.
I would get their shows, record the videos, and then post them up. Yeah, that was it. I'm not. That's when Jersey DJs was out as well, and they also people that ran Jersey DJs also helped me do the video stuff, because I was doing it. I asked why they didn't do it, because there was this it's a bandwidth thing, and back then I didn't know what they was talking about. So,
Okay.
I was a police officer back then, so I had the money to do it. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. You know. And
All right, folks. Okay. This is always exciting. You know? All right. So chat must have gone down for a minute. Yeah. Chat? Can everybody hear us now? Okay. All right. Can everybody hear us? Give me a thumbs up or something.
Yes, yeah, I got
Let us
you.
know you can hear us. Uh-huh.
I know. I just told you. You should have it now.
Okay.
Let me know. All right.
Okay. They can hear us now?
That was the boss lady letting me know she didn't have any sound. So
Okay. How about now?
working on it.
All right.
I hear it. I hear it now. I hear it. Yeah. I hear it.
Okay. All right. So, it's like my cousin Rick was part of the Jersey DJs. I see that here.
Oh,
Okay.
Rick was your cousin? Big Rick?
Yeah. That is. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sorry.
I'm just
My bad,
messing
I'm
with you, that's
sorry.
all.
Is
I'm
your
having
cousin.
fun with you.
I didn't
that's all.
know. I didn't know.
I'm having fun with you. No, we're good.
I played with Rick before, years ago.
Right. Now, again, I was asking you, for those who are just joining us again, I was saying to you, as a person who's played every weekend, as a person who probably had conversations with people who felt like they should have gotten more parties or whatever, or more gigs or more whatever. If you had to say, hey, Dan, look, if you want to play, you need to do these three things. I know I'm putting on the spot a little bit, but I'm just,
No, I don't mind.
yeah. But
You know, Dan, you know me. You know I speak my mind. You know I don't cut corners. I don't do that. You know.
Right.
You ask me the question, may not like the answer, but you're gonna get an answer.
Yes. So talk to us a little bit about, if you had to say, here's my recommendations. If you wanna play, then here's what you need to do, or here's some things you need to do. What would you say?
Here's some things you need to do. First of all, don't cry about where you haven't played.
Gotcha.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Number two, if you feel that you deserve a spot, make your own. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. I didn't wait for somebody else, to open the door for me. I opened my own doors. I went to these clubs or these venues, like all the places I've done down here. I walked in there and says, this is what I do. I have my own sound system. This is what I bring to the table. I let them know the music we play is mentally medicinal. It has nothing to do with gunfire, all of that. I let them know what the music is about.
Got you.
Our music is about love, not hate, not war.
Got
It's
you.
about, I explained it to them. That's what you do. If you want to play somewhere, you find your own niche.
Got it. Right.
House therapy, I did that.
Which,
Nobody else. I'm not gonna say I haven't had help, but this was my my baby. Just like Primo Entertainment, which is also my company. Yeah, I got a big banner of that on the wall on the other side. I'm in my man cave. I have a man cave.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, you do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you.
I got.
Don't quit either. Don't quit.
So I remember a conversation I had with Mark Francis, who talked about
Shout out Mark.
yes, being out there and just being out there, and patience and just working at it and just you got this vision, whatever, and I think a lot of people may quit sooner than they should. When I say quit, I don't mean they stop playing, but they stop promoting, they stop pushing, they stop whatever. And I think that in my mind, you gotta have a multi-year plan in place to make something like that happen. So that's just my thinking there. Wow. All right.
Yeah, that's true. But somebody has to believe in your dream or your talent to make it happen as well. I've talked to someone downtown Columbia, matter of fact, a couple of days ago about there's an amphitheater here, and I explained to her what I wanted to do. And I explained to her the music, and then she turned around and said she wanted to introduce me to someone else and give me a venue to do house music.
Wow.
You know, you never know who you're talking to. So get out there and grind. You know, you get out there and grind. You make those phone calls. You talk to people, you know, let them know what you do. Let them know what you're about. Keep pushing. Don't quit.
Right. You know, they say a win is on the other side of a failure. And I've heard that before. Now, I want to talk about house therapy. Talk to us about house therapy, what it is, how this came about, what you guys are up to in terms of, you know, your mission with it. Talk to us.
House therapy was invented to get those DJs, like we were talking about, underdog DJs that don't get to play on certain platforms or don't get to play in certain venues. We do it ourselves. We get those platforms for these DJs to play because we know they got talent. Not everybody's going to have the same drive as me.
Right.
You know, or my wife. My wife has a big, as far as promoting, anybody knows my wife knows she's a beast when it comes to promoting on the internet. She's the problem. You know, people even ask, could you manage me? And she's like, I don't manage. I just promote my husband. So that's how house therapy came about. For those, how I put it, person that doesn't have a voice, we give them that voice. That's how that's what that's house therapy.
Now, what's your format with house therapy?
My format with house therapy is venues, internet, promotion. That's about it. That's the format.
Do you play just classics? Do you play classics plus? What do you play?
So house therapy is soulful house music, new disco house music, beats, any type of house music, and club classics.
Okay.
That's the genre we fall under.
And how long have you been doing that? House therapy. How long?
House therapy has been around 8 years.
8 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 to 8 years now.
Now, you got a new baby.
I know.
Folks, I don't mean Google Gaga. Well, maybe in a way.
I'm blessed.
Yes.
I'm blessed.
Talk about your new offspring. How about that? Folks, you're going to get it in a minute.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to step back for a second. About before the pandemic,
right.
I played in Manhattan and at a park overlooking the water. I can't remember exactly the name of the area, but I just know I played in New York. And I played with a DJ by the name of Asiatic. He actually played before me. And he heard me play. And he was like, yo, you nice. Let me know when you come back. I can hook you up with some gigs in New York. I was like, okay, cool. Okay. That was 2 years ago. 3 years ago now because of the pandemic. Yeah, it's almost 3 years ago. So here it comes. Last year, I get a phone call out of the blue who say, hey, man, I'm trying to get some people together to play on the radio in Charlotte. I was like, what? Said, yeah, we're going to have a meeting. I was like, okay. Thank you for thinking about me. He said, dude, I told you. Just be patient. I got you. I was like, okay. Then I get a phone call and says, look, we got a Zoom meeting. And we met with the station owner. And it was like 5 DJs in the chat room. He talked to all of us about the format, what he was trying to do, and all went well. Now, I didn't hear from them for months.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then I get another phone call. He says, dude, we can ready to have him another meeting. I was like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as the meeting started, he said, these are the guys I picked to play for my station. I was like, oh, you know,
Okay.
you know. So that's how that happened. That's how that happened.
Wow. So tell us about your station, what your format is, what you play, and just talk to us about it a little bit.
Okay. We were supposed to do Saturday night house music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It was three of us. DJ B Smooth
Mm-hmm.
and DJ Asiatic. Okay, we was going to do 3 hours. Was it 4 hours? An hour 20 minutes apiece. Okay, that's how I started. Hour 20 minutes apiece, and then it went up. He was like, "Okay, y'all can do 2 hours apiece."
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the owner talked to the owner. He goes, "Hey man, you ever think about doing your own show?" I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "What did you need? What did you need me to do as far as the platform?" He says, "I want you to bring house therapy to the forefront.
Okay.
I got Thursday open.
Mm-hmm.
It's all yours. I'm gonna give you your own 2-hour show."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Do you do classics as well?" I was like, "Yeah." He says, "Okay, do me a favor. If you don't mind, you don't have to do another show. Thursday night classics." I was like, "Okay." So that's how I got my own slot as far as Thursday night classics and house music.
Wow.
But everything is pre-recorded because of the pandemic right now. We
Gotcha.
send the mixes into the radio station.
Got you. Wow, that's almost like going back to the beginning where you were doing the mixes and send them in again, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that's
Well,
what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, it's really exciting. It's really exciting that you've got this spot.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that the owner had some kind of connection or understood something about house music. Am I reading that right? Because
He's from New York.
okay, there you
He's
go.
from New York.
There you go.
He-
Okay.
DJ AJ is from New York.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, your wife works very heavily with you. Talk to us about her role, Tawanda. Hey, Tawanda.
Let her tell her she doesn't have a role.
Okay.
She let her tell her she's not my manager.
Uh-huh.
A good friend of ours, Don Johnson, said to her, "You are his manager." He said, "You might as well face it." You know. You see what she's doing in the chat room now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, you see her. You
She's
see her
working.
work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First person to say what happened to the sound.
Okay. Absolutely. Got you.
She's on
Got
it.
you.
She's on it.
Right.
Her role is whatever she feels like it is. We'll just put it like that.
Oh, goodness. Wow. Now, do you, I know you DJ, do you produce or remix or add your
Yeah,
talent?
I do my own little remixes. I only play them on my shows. I don't go out there trying to sell them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff I do while I'm mixing,
Mm-hmm.
because I have this big unit in front of me that does all kinds of stuff. So
Okay.
I play with it live. I just wing it, you know.
Mm.
Oh, we didn't say the name of the station. 87.9 Heat FM out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. So it's a dial radio.
Yes.
Okay. Now that's big. That's big.
And also, you catch it on the internet as well. He's under several locations on the internet.
Well, again, to be able to play on dial radio is big because it automatically gives you a certain amount of reach that you may not get on an individual show. So that's exciting. Whew. Okay. Wow.
Right. Somebody can be turning the dial and just happen to listen to it.
Wow. Wow. I want to give a few shout outs as we get down to the wire here. DJ La Diva, how you doing? Charles P. Dixon III is in the house. What's up? Oh, goodness. Look at all these great people. Pam Weathers, what's up? Down in that a lot of action. Oh, goodness.
That's my people right there.
All right. Hey, guys, can you guys hear clearly? I'm not sure. Okay, I guess hopefully they are. All right. Now, we're coming down to the wire here. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share? Any highlights? Anything you'd like to recap or make sure that we're paying attention to, or something we didn't cover?
No, we covered just about everything we needed to cover. I'd just like to give a few shout outs to the people who support me.
Go for it.
Wanda, Jesse, Lisa Braxton, Deborah Hill, Bianca Price, Angela and Charlotte. They're in Charlotte as well. Brother Wakil, Brother Wakil.
Yes.
Tariq Brody. Hopefully you'll get DJ Scoob out of Baltimore on your show. He's a pioneer out of Baltimore.
I have reached out to him, just so you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe you could
Be good.
in his ear.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a big supporter as well. My brother Kalen, who's a part of House Therapy. Mike Brown, Jay Perez, of course, Beloved, and Punch, and Logan, and DJ Vaz. Nicole, who's also in North Carolina. Cast from the radio station, 87.9 Heat FM. That's Beast Move and DJ Asiatic.
Okay.
There's more, but it's so many people. my brother Jason and Jason Rauch as well. Those are my brothers.
Fantastic. Now, if people want to support you, follow you, keep up with you, tell me. And also, too, I don't think you mentioned you have merch too, correct?
Charles Dixon just texted me. Can I borrow some of your talent and equipment? Shout out to him too.
Yes, Charles. That's right. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's live. What was the question?
No, I say you have merch too, correct? Merchandise.
Yes, House Therapy shirt. Yes,
Okay.
my wife has those. Yeah, if you need those, get in touch with my wife on Facebook, Wanda Smith Gray. Yeah, you can catch her. We have all styles of shirts.
Okay. If people want to support you, follow you, keep up with you, how do they do it?
You catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on Instagram. Everything is DJ Tony Gray. Facebook as well, DJ Tony Gray.
Now, just so we're clear, it's Tony Gray, not G.
Gray.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make that distinction.
I'm also on Mixcloud, DJ Tony Gray as well. I got to get my SoundCloud. Got to update that. 'Cause I used to put my remixes on SoundCloud. I haven't done it in a while. So when I'm gonna start doing that again, I have a studio in the house that I just dusted off a couple of days ago. So I need to get back to recording some music.
Yeah. I got to tell you, one of the things I've seen, to really do this thing, it takes an extraordinary effort, okay, because it's DJing and all the stuff that goes with that. That's a full-time thing.
Right.
Then it's the marketing and the sales of it. Hey, that's a full-time thing. Then if you want to produce, that's a full-time thing. So like everything you do, like to go hard, it's very time-consuming. It takes a lot of time and energy to do this stuff.
If I wasn't retired, I don't think I could do it.
Okay.
If I wasn't retired,
Okay.
I couldn't do production. I didn't get my production equipment until I retired. I knew I didn't have time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Wow. One more time, contact info, and then we're gonna land the plane here.
Yeah, you can also catch me if you want to email me. Artists who want to email me their music to get played on the radio, hit me up. DJ _ TONY _ GRAY @yahoo.com so I can play your music on the radio.
How long does it need to be?
As far as what?
No, as the mix goes.
Oh no, just the artist.
Okay, got you.
No, not mixes. No.
No,
just
got you.
Sending material for me to play on the radio. This is a regular radio show. I do my own mixes. I get another house therapy DJ.
Okay.
So,
Got you. All right.
Because I'll be doing like more as far as like music interviews like you do, like we talked about. Because I'm gonna snatch this up. This interview will probably be played on the radio.
Okay.
So, recording artists, I'm gonna start interviewing recording artists for the station and all of that. I'm working on things.
Good.
Yeah, that's why I called you and asked you to help me with that. So
listen, I'm in.
You that dude.
Well,
So
anyway,
I need
kids that. Next time you talk, tell my kids. Listen to Dad, because he's that dude.
He's that dude. He's that dude.
Get them to believe it. Then they're saying something.
Put some respect on your name.
Yeah, put some respect on it.
Yeah, put some respect on your name. Right. That's what we do.
Well, listen. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with us. Let's talk a little bit later.
Oh, definitely.
He's doing some great stuff, and it just would do nothing but push the community forward. And give a lot of people shots, and that's
right. I have nothing but love for everybody. I believe in each one, teach one, share the wealth. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes and none of that. I'm just in my own lane.
Right. Well, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. I want to thank our special guest.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you, brother.
DJ Tony Gray. So we're going to make this pop. He's got, again, just go back, check him out on House Therapy. Also, too, he is one of the few in the country, really, that's doing dial radio with house music. So this is something we need to get behind, support. Tony, when does it come on, or do we just go and just find it on the internet? When does the show come on?
Well, we mix it up on Saturday nights. Like this weekend, we're going to be doing classic R&B. They're going to do the hip hop and R&B. I'm going to do just the classic R&B, 80s and 90s. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Not so much the hip hop. I'm going to do a little bit of it, but not much of it. But you can catch me every Thursday night. I do the classics first, 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12, soulful house, disco house, just all kinds of house. Just I run through the genres, man.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. We're coming to you live from the 8th floor. We're going to repost this and repost this and repost it. I'm going to get the file from Chuck. We're going to send you
I need that too. Yeah,
I'm going to get that file for you. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Meantime, we're going to go over. We're going to step over our song for the week is from Love Divine. And we're going to go to the Shazam Free Zone. We're going to play a nice little set till about 3 o'clock. And that's going to be it until our next guest. We got some more good stuff coming from you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. I'm coming to you live on the 8th floor. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. All right. I'm so excited about this. Whew. Okay. Here we go. This is always exciting.